What an honor it truly is to step in for the peerless pearl that is Roger Bennett. We love you, Rog, and we send all our love back to you and your family. This is a huge day. Freeze the moment. We're all here today, a select group of people, to send off our US women and men to the Olympics over in France, a special day in store, and none of it would be possible without the fabulous people at Coca-Cola. So please give it up for Coca-Cola, making this happen for all of us here today. Now, for the US men, it's a little bit different. The rules, slightly unique. All U23 players, bar 3 exceptions, which we'll get to a little bit. I believe that's known as the Tim Ream rule now at this stage. Tim Ream doing his thing still. So without further ado, folks, we are going to welcome up here on stage 3 of the stars getting set to represent the red, white, and blue at the Olympics. Please, everybody, get up and give it up for Nashville's Walker Zimmerman, Venezia's Tanner Tessman, and Gianluca Busio.
We can sit at 3 though. It's all good. No one wants to hear you.
Gents, this is wonderful to have you here. Walker, how are you holding up? You were playing just a few hours ago over in Portland, Oregon.
Yeah. Quick turnaround, but here with the boys, having a good time. Good to see all you coming out for this event, so thanks for showing up.
Now, Walker is one of the 3 overage players. You're 31 years of age. You've got Georgie Mihailovic is there as well, and Miles Robinson too. Are you going to feel like a Facebook user in a room full of TikTokers here, or what's going on?
Yeah, I do still have a Facebook. Pretty proud of it though. No, it's great, man. They keep me young. I honestly feel like I'm a child at heart, so I feel like maybe I'm keeping them a little bit younger. So it's good. It's really fun.
Yeah, it's going to be wonderful. What about the leadership qualities that you can offer this team, though? The reason you're there as a veteran centre-back now and leader on a World Cup vet, too.
Yeah, I think that experience of playing in an international tournament where the whole world's watching and just helping guys manage their emotions, manage the moment, staying present, and then ultimately leading on the field as well, just with those qualities from centre-back. You know, you got to be vocal, you got to be able to communicate, keep inspiring with intensity, and those are characteristics that I think I can bring to the team.
And you're following these guys to your left here tonight, looking at what they're doing over in Italy. How impressed have you been with Tanner and Gianluca and all they've achieved over now back in Serie A with Venezia?
No, it's amazing. I mean, super happy. We got into camp and got to watch their second leg of their promotional playoff, and obviously rooting them on, and super pumped when they came and arrived in Kansas City with their sunglasses on, haven't had a good time. So we were always rooting for them, and yeah, all the best in Serie A.
Yeah, from North Carolina and from Alabama over to Venezia. Guys, we have to talk about your journey. Both transferring from Major League Soccer to Venezia, over in Venice, Italy, as teenagers. Did you guys know each other at all before actually landing over in Venice?
No, we didn't know each other. I actually used to have a podcast, not similar to this, but he came on the podcast, and that was like the only time we ever spoke before we were in Venice. So.
What was the podcast about?
It was about defining success was actually the motive. He didn't really have good answers, but it was good. It was a good time. We had good guests. Yeah. Walker was a guest as well.
You don't think you had the answers?
I thought I did well, but I guess not.
So take us back. I'm picturing you two now in La Gondola, meeting for the first time, having those chats, having your cappuccino in hand, sharing a few stories about the USA. How did you meet, have those first chats? What was it like over in Venice?
I think the first time we met, it was pretty simple. We were in preseason, I think. It was nothing crazy. I think we kind of just clicked. We were the 2 Americans on the team, so we kind of knew we had to be friends, and then it just happened that we actually were like cool with each other. So, I mean, I'm happy it turned out that way. But yeah, after that, then we became friends. We're roommates now, and yeah, it's been fun. But I think to start, it was just both 2 Americans who were together.
Yeah, and you've been through the meat grinder now of elite European football in the sense that you were relegated in your first season. Give it up for the guys again, promoted back to Serie A just last month. Tremendous achievement. What have you learned from that experience of the relegation, the promotion, just the growth I'm sure you experienced, Tanner, throughout that time?
Yeah, I mean, the relegation, it definitely molds you as a different person. You learn a lot of different things about yourself and the team and your friends and those who you support and who support you. So it was definitely a rough time, but obviously now we equaled the playing field and got them back to Serie A. So, I mean, last year was one of the best years of my life, and, you know, getting promoted with Serie A with Venezia is a dream come true. And, you know, I can't wait for next year, so I'm looking forward to it.
Is it true what they say about Italians that tactically you evolve an awful lot when you play over there?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, totally different than the MLS from what I experienced. We had a very tactical coach last year, Paulo Vanoli, who, I mean, a lot of it was based on tactics, and it really helped us play in. But, yeah, for sure, every day, 90 minutes in the boardroom doing tactics, for sure. So.
He got picked off pretty quickly, didn't he? Headed to Torino, right?
Yeah.
Eusebio Di Francesco's your coach now for next season at Venezia. How about yourself? The evolution of Busio at Venezia is what?
Yeah, I think it was the same. When we arrived, it was our first year in the Serie A, and we didn't really know what to expect, I think, both of us. And obviously that year we got relegated, and, you know, we were both playing, then not playing the next year, you know, in and out. And then, you know, I think he, you know, did well in that Serie B year, the first year. Then, you know, in the end I came along this year, and we put it together, and we ended up getting promoted. But, you know, it was kind of a full circle. You know, we got to experience the relegation and then the promotion. So I think we can say we've almost done everything that everybody talks about in Europe, and now it's you know, up to staying up and hopefully pushing to get, you know, even more trophies.
Yeah, Walker, do you ever hear of a guy called Fabrizio Romano? Have you heard of him? Fabrizio Romano. Anyone ever hear of a guy called Fabrizio Romano? Tweets about transfers. Well, he's been tweeting about Tanner Tessman here, saying Tanner Tessman is going to Inter Milan. You want to tell us here in front of a live audience? We won't tweet or anything. We won't tell anybody, Tanner. Is it happening?
There's no news I can share today. Just trying to focus on the Olympics, honestly.
There's that media training from the US men's national team. Good for you. But whatever happens, we certainly wish you the best. The Venice story, though, we got to ask about fashion, right? From North Carolina, from Alabama, you go over, you play over in Venice. No offense, but I'm guessing Crocs, cargo shorts, roll-tie T-shirts in Alabama. Then you go to Venice. Has it changed the game for you, Tanner?
That's crazy.
That's outrageous.
That was outrageous, honestly. I ain't
Just
ever worn
buzzing
nothing
with
like
you.
that. I mean, you can pass that one to Walker. That seems a little more.
Is that more Zimmerman?
Hey, man, don't hate on the Crocs.
Are you a Crocs guy?
Yeah, the Adidas ones. It's like their version of it, you know? Super
Let's
comfy.
not talk
very
with fashion
versatile,
with Walker.
Very
Let's
versatile.
just avoid this conversation. Let's
Great
go with
for
Busio.
summer.
Fashion and Busio.
Is there pressure, though, living in Venice to live up to the fashion in the area?
I mean, I think playing in a team like we do, Venice is a fashion brand as well as a soccer club, and I think it's definitely, we fit the mold as what Venice looks for in terms of social media and different sponsorships. And I mean, you can look at the Cycle Jeans post we did with Busio in the jean underwear. I mean, you can't really, you know, people are built for it, and he is that.
Where can they find that one?
On Cycle Jeans, Busio in
Write
jean
that down.
underwear. I mean, one of a kind.
You're joking. That actually happened.
Yeah,
For a full day.
I mean,
For a full day.
all around Venice. Yeah.
A lot of chafing going on, like jean underwear.
They were
He
actually
said they were very comfortable.
Very comfortable. I actually kept them. Very good.
Don't do the photographic evidence. Don't do it. I know you have it. Let's not go there.
I was wearing jeans over them, so
Oh,
it's
okay.
not.
That sounds
wasn't a-
ridiculously uncomfortable.
Jeans on jeans is wild.
Yeah.
With cleats too. With cleats.
Yeah, we had cleats on too.
While you're slagging Walker, I mean, who's controlling the music? Is Walker getting away with playing Taylor Swift while you're all away?
What
He's
I do
not-
on my own
no.
ox is my business, all right?
He's not controlling the aux.
No, it's
Buzio's in
I'm
control
on the
of
aux.
You're on it?
Yeah, but I tend to include everybody. I throw some Taylor Swift, everything, because everybody has different music tastes. So I take pride in making sure everybody's happy with the music.
Love that, love that. On the promotion, just going back to that for a second, we saw scenes of the La Gondolas, the celebrations in Venice. Just talk to us about that magical moment. Two guys from America experiencing that over in Venice. What was it like?
No, it was special. I think a city like Venice is already so historic and beautiful. And then to mix that with a celebration, you know, it was all the fans on the boats going through, you know, all the bridges and everything. It was. Oh wow, yeah.
So unique, huh?
Yeah, no, it was unique. And then there was also, you know, the tourists who were kind of still visiting, and you know, they were walking and kind of, you know, seeing us, and everybody was just looking and celebrating. You could tell the city was so happy and proud, and kind of brought everybody together. And obviously I celebrated very hard. So I remember a couple hours of it, but it was fun. I had a great time.
Yeah. No, I mean, it was honestly amazing. I mean, being on the canals, in the boats with all the fans, I mean, it's literally a dream on water like they had in the shirt. But yeah, the celebrating with the team and the family and the staff and everyone was, I mean, it was amazing. So really happy to have that moment.
Yeah, Tanner, you have one of the most unique journeys, really. Did you declare for Clemson at some point to play football, American football?
I mean, I was committed to play football and soccer, but yeah, I was committed to play football as well at Clemson.
And then over in Siriano, just so cool to see. Looking forward here, guys, the idea of the Olympics representing the United States of America, and Walker, that anthem hitting, family watching on that have followed your career since you were a young child. What's that feeling going to be like?
It's going to be amazing. I mean, there's very few people who know the sacrifices that, Olympians put in and day out. And so to have your family and friends who are in the stands there, taking that moment in to just appreciate all of the family and friends that'll be there who supported us and understand that sacrifice, that's a special moment and one that, we should all be proud of. And, I know that everyone who's supporting us is proud as well. So yeah, that's a dream come true moment and one that we should all take in for a brief second.
Do you feel that you've played in a World Cup, you've been there, that you can offer that perspective a little bit more, just to tell the guys, just relax? I talked with Sasha Kleshtin earlier today, who played in 2008, the last time the US made it to the Olympics, and he said it's just so important for the guys to freeze the moment if you can. During the national anthems, look around and find your family members that have been there every single step of the way with you to enjoy it and embrace it.
Yeah, I will say that was probably the one moment that's really stood out for me in the World Cup was the first game, seeing that supporting section of family and friends, and not just your own family, but it's, again, that group of people who knows what all the athletes on the field, have persevered through, and that's going to be another special moment at the Olympics is having that same feeling.
Walker, what about this young group? Tell us about one or two players that have wowed you so far that you expect to have breakout tournaments.
Oh, just one or two? No, it was my first time with the group in Kansas City a few weeks ago, and really impressed with the technical quality of the group. I think there's a lot of playmakers who can make dangerous opportunities happen for this team, and just the confidence that everyone has to go out and compete. And while it wasn't our best performance against Japan, I think it was an unbelievable learning experience that, how are we going to stick together when the game is not going the way that we want it to? And it was good to figure out that moment with the group and have that prior to the Olympics. I think we can take a lot from it. But yeah, a lot of guys who really impressed me. Obviously, you got that sweet left foot of Jack McGlynn. I like the work rate of Duncan McGuire and his finishing ability up top. You got guys who I've gotten to experience camps with J. Mai, John Tolkien from Red Bulls, who brings energy on that left side. So doesn't hurt having this big ball winner and range of passing guy in the middle who can unlock your offense. So really was excited to see Boos out there. He wasn't able to contribute last camp, but I know what he can bring from first team camps. His ability to be a two-way player at the 8 position is going to be huge for us. So a lot of talented names on that roster that hopefully can make, diehard national team fans and new national team fans who are watching this team for the first time, it can provide them a lot of athletes to look up to.
One of the names on that list, Miles Robinson. Some of the best performances, I think you'd all agree, with the US men's national team in recent years when Miles and Walker Zimmerman at the back together. What's your relationship like with Miles?
Love Miles. I love playing alongside of him. I love the way that he competes. And obviously was so gutted for him with the timing of his injury for the World Cup and having to miss out on that. And I think this is going to be a tournament for him that's kind of that sweet redemption of missing out on one major tournament and getting another opportunity that he probably thought had passed him by as well. And so the chance to go do it again together, be on the same field as overage players at a major international tournament is something that we had talked about years ago, and now we get to do it properly.
Tell us about the role of a deep-lying playmaker when you've got a Zimmerman and a Miles in behind you. That protection must mean a lot.
No, it definitely helps give me more freedom on the ball and just be able to play the balls I want, knowing that if I make a mistake that I have those two guys behind me to win the ball back and hopefully give it to me again. So, no, it's definitely nice.
You could just see the pride, though, in you, Walker. You're a dad. You've got a family right now. You've got BJ Callahan coming in as head coach in Nashville soon. You're going to miss the opening part of that. But for you to get here, to be with these guys, to get on that plane today, to head to the Olympics, means what exactly?
That's huge. Again, for me, it was as an overage player, you think the opportunity has passed you by. And so for my cycle, we didn't qualify for the Olympics, lost in a home and away playoff against Colombia back in 2016, and obviously thought that my Olympic dream was over. And then to have this materialize in the way that it has, and to have an opportunity to now go to Paris and play in Olympics, become an Olympian, I mean, it gives you chills. It makes all those sacrifices and hard work so worth it. And just excited every single time I get to put on the national team jersey, but especially when you're talking about a major international tournament like the Olympics.
I heard you say recently, Walker, that the toughest opponent you've ever gone up against, Thierry Henry. Henry, the man that will be on the sidelines managing France against you guys on the opening day. What would it feel like to stuff the French, the hosts, in the opening game?
No, it'd be great. Thierry had such a legendary career, and obviously got to spend some time against him in MLS. And he did such great things for Red Bulls over here. And look up to him as a player. He was sick for my team on the PSP back in 2004, and I can never thank him enough for those performances. So. Do you guys know what a PSP is? Is that?
I mean,
no.
Nothing?
Can't comment.
Do you know much about this French team? Have you had a chance to get stuck into this French side yet and what they may pose as a threat? There's so much talent. You can see it now during the Euros and the depth that they have, the talent coming through. Is it intimidating anyway for you, Tanner?
No, I mean, I think we'll prep for them when we get to France and we get with the staff and we start getting into trainings and stuff. But, I mean, I think every team's going to be tough. I mean, it's an international tournament. We see it now with Copa America and also the Euros. 3 of the 4 quarterfinal games in the Euros went to overtime. So, I mean, every game is going to be a battle. I think the main thing for us is just going to be focusing on us and what we can do and trying to gel this team really well to make a strong push in the tournament.
Man, it's so exciting. It really is. Just a few weeks away. The entire nation will be behind you guys. What's the run-up going to be like? I know today, you literally have to get on a flight today, right? What's the plan?
Well, he's going on a VIP plane, leaving at 9:15.
You're joking, Walker.
Yeah, this is insane.
I mean, yeah, taking off later, getting in earlier, it's just tactical.
It's actually... We'll have to speak with the travel agent, but yeah, we leave tonight out of JFK around 8:30, so... headed to France.
And the group will all get together there tomorrow. And when does training start? You've got a couple of weeks prep, obviously.
I think we'll all, some guys have games still in MLS with Open Cup, and so it's different getting released with different players and different teams, so it's harder. But I think we're all going to try to get in this week, and whenever we'll start training, probably as soon as we get there. But first when everybody arrives, we'll go at it fully.
Isn't it wild? I hate saying it like this, but the team haven't been there since 2008. You think about some of the household names that were there representing the US then. Stu Holden, Brad Guzan, Sasha Klesch, and the list goes on. Josie Altidore, Brian McBride was the senior player back then at 36 years of age. It kind of gives you a little sense, Walker, of what it might be for some of these guys when you see the household names now.
Yeah, it's super special. It's such a rare opportunity, especially you look at, like you mentioned, how long it's been since the men's side has been there, and then the limited roster size. I mean, it really is such a select group of individuals who get the chance to live out this dream. So I know that we're going to make the most of it. I know that we're going to be up for it. And again, there's no other way to describe it other than it actually is a dream come true, and we'll be ready to take advantage of that.
Tell us about Marco, the head coach, who we're going to speak with here in just a moment. He'll be out on stage. What sort of a coach is he? How demanding is he? And what do you expect from him?
No, Marco's great. I got to work with him a little bit with the first team, and I know these guys have had plenty of camps with him, but he brings such a good energy to the group. He's very decisive in how he wants us to play, and very much believes in our style of play. It's not us adapting to other teams. This is our style. This is how we're going to affect the opponent. And so it's a lot more active than passive, and I think that mentality from your coach gives you the confidence to go out and execute a game plan. So he's courageous. We'll hopefully follow that kind of mentality from him, and we'll be looking to him from the sidelines as he brings that energy for us.
Yeah, and you know he's been there as well before, obviously winning the World Cup with Serbia U20s, give you great confidence knowing he's been there and he's done that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, these tournaments are, every game matters a lot, and in the moments it's crucial, so there's no time for mistakes or to look back and have regrets. So he's been there and experienced that and knows how to win, and that's what he'll bring to the table for us.
Do you guys have family heading over at all? Do a lot of the guys have family heading to Paris and throughout France?
I definitely do. My whole family's coming out. So
yeah.
I think a lot of guys have a lot of family coming out. It's the Olympics, man. You gotta you know, cherish the moments with the people who got you there. So my family will be there for sure.
You guys?
Oh yeah. I mean, as fun as it is for us as players to have this opportunity, I can't imagine being the family to get to show up and be in Marseille and enjoy the warm weather in the south of France, getting to watch your son or whatever it is, husband play. That's gonna be so much fun for them, and hopefully they can, you know, watch some other events, whether it's sailing or, you know, enjoy the vineyards out there. It's going to be crazy. They're very, very much looking forward to it.
Yeah, a little escargot. Are you going to eat the snails over there?
No.
No? Walker?
Yeah, I have eaten the escargot in Paris before. Had a good time. I didn't mind them. I don't think I would prefer to order them, but I will eat them if they present themselves.
I already love this relationship between Busio and Zimmerman. Every time Zimmerman speaks,
I can't even speak. It's insane.
Well, gents, we can't wait to watch you guys represent the US over at the Olympics. What an opportunity, what a fun time for us to experience it all, and what a tremendous opportunity this was to hear from these gentlemen right before they take off. Walker on that private jet by himself, and the rest of them slumming it over to France. Just joking. Guys, thank you. Best of luck to you guys. Walker Zimmerman, Tanner Tessman, and Gianluca Busio.